It's your boy Kevin from Kevin's Auto Review. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video, I'm here to present you this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee L limited reserve, and this one is one of the top trim. But it's not like the Overland, you know, because as you guys know, if you guys been watching my YouTube channel and you pay attention to the Jeep Grand Cherokee videos that I've been giving you guys, you know that the Overland, it's no longer in the Jeep Grand Cherokee lineup. So what does that mean? So we get a brand new trim which called limited reserve, and today I'm gonna give you guys a full tour and a first drive. I already drive the latitude altitude of the Jeep Grand Cherokee 2026, but this one right here is gonna be the first drive for the Jeep Grand Cherokee L. The one I drove, it was the 2.0. This one is the L version, and this one is the limited reserve. So now I'm gonna show you some differences, like between the limited reserve and the summit reserve. Not the summit reserve, it doesn't call summit reserve no more. Now it's with the summit obsidian or summit. So with this limited reserve, it's quite a nice vehicle, even though if it's not the top dog, because this Jeep Grand Cherokee L with the limited reserve package is gonna give you like some summit or summit obsidian vibe, because it's replacing the Overland, which the Overland used to be like, you know, the daytime running lights, you know, used to be like white, but for the 2026, for the with the limited reserve, it's not gonna be white no more, it's gonna be amber. So now this one right here is gonna be your daytime running lights, and at nighttime you're gonna see this portion right there that's gonna be illuminated, which is gonna be amber. So it's not gonna be like your Overland, unfortunately. I don't know, it's however how you feel about it, if you like the amber color. But me personally, I kind of prefer white, or like sometimes, you know, if you ask me, like I would, you know, if they give me the possibility to change it, you know, I can go, sometimes I go amber, sometimes I go white. It's however how I'm feeling, like that day, you know what I mean? So, but I think with this blade finish with the daytime running lights, it looks fantastic. Now down here we're gonna get fog lights, which I cannot wait to show you guys this car at nighttime. Stay tuned for that, it's coming. But I think later on I'm gonna turn it on for y'all so you guys can see how this thing actually illuminate even in the daytime. But down here what are we gonna get? We're gonna get some functionality in parking sensors, and we're also gonna get forward-facing camera up here, which is fantastic news. And you can actually press a button to watch the camera, let's say if you're going off-road, if it gets dirty, so you can clean it with no problem. And down here we got this finishing, like, you know, it looks fantastic. This is something you don't get in the previous year, but you get for 2026. This flat gray, it looks like, it's kind of like a dark gray, and it looks amazing if you ask me. And if we step back, take a look of this beautiful Jeep Grand Cherokee 2026. It's really stand out if you ask me. And now let's check out the side profile. So let me know, I'm sure you guys about the sun, so let me give you guys a better angle. All right, let me know what you guys think about the side profile of this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee. And since this one is a black car, everything is gonna be blacked out. And it's not because it's like a black car, it's because, you know, on the limited reserve everything is gonna be blacked out. And you got this nice rims, 20-inch wheels, and if you wondered about the size of the tire, it's 265 in the width, 50/30 sidewall, and 20-inch wheels, like I mentioned. And we got 360 surround view camera with this LED turn signal, which is very cool. Now the back of the tire. So let me see the rear tire if it's actually the same size. Let's double check. All right. So can't find it yet. All right, so yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. 265 on the width, 56 sidewall, 20-inch wheels, which is, you know, you get the same thing as you get to the front. Now let's go to the rear here and see what we got. We got this LED tail lights and LED turn signal, LED reverse light. So you're still gonna get the same thing as you did for the 2025 model year, but the only difference is no finishing exhaust. So for the Summit and the Overland, it used to be like a finishing exhaust, which this is how the Summit is gonna look like, you know, like the limited reserve. So this is the resemblance between the Summit and the Summit Obsidian and this limited reserve. And we got this third brake light, and we also got third camera right up here, so you can see on the back clearly. I'm gonna show you that when we get to the interior, but overall the back still looks good, even though with the finishing exhaust it looks better in my opinion. But you guys let me know what you guys feel about it in the comment section down below. Here it's where we got the Jeep badge, you know, it's all blacked out like I said, so there's not gonna be any chrome, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the 4x4 badge, and you can actually control with the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now let's see how the lights are even on the daytime. And you guys gonna hear a lot of like wind, but I'm sorry about that. Unfortunately, it's really windy today. But now let me show you guys the lighting and this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee. So I forgot to turn on the fog lights for y'all. All right. So alright guys, so this is the front lighting with this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee L limited reserve. This is the fog lights. Let me see the back. You guys better look. So this is the turn signal on the left side, and like I mentioned, with this one is gonna be amber, so you're still not gonna get the, even though you lift the overlay, but you're not gonna get white daytime running lights out here, which I don't know if I should give that one a thumbs down, or if it should still receive a thumbs up. It still looks good, but I don't know how you guys feel about it. So let me know in the comment section down below. I can speak right now. Now you guys already see the turn signal, the side rearview mirror, and now let's check out the back. All right guys, let me know what you guys think. You know, still the same thing as last year, nothing changed really. I don't know, is it me or this one looks a little bit like better than last year model year? I'm not sure, so I will have to put them side by side to know really like if there's any differences. So now let's finally pop the hood and see what kind of. One thing I always like about Jeep guys is the fact that no pop-out. It actually has a hood struts, which is fantastic news. But what we're looking at here, so the engine cover, it's not my favorite, and no more V6, or should I say technically no more V6, because you can only get the V6 with the Laredo, which you're not gonna get this refresh styling for the 2026 model year. That's the only way you can get the V6 if you guys still care about the V6. But this N94 turbo Hurricane engine produces 324 horsepower. So that means it has more horsepower than the V6, which the V6 I believe is 293, if I'm not mistaken. And you got more torque, 332 pound-feet of torque, 0 to 60 around 6.4 seconds. Now this vehicle I cannot really tell you about the MPGs. I don't remember that in my head, and I don't have the secret price with me. But this bad boy, if you want to purchase one of these bad boy, this one is actually 64. No, not 64. $56,000. So $56,000 is the way you option it. You know, the 2-row is gonna be probably like 54,000. So $2,000 more, I think, for the L version, which is you're gonna get a 3rd row with this L version. So let me know what you guys think about that one. You know, if you want to know about the MPG, check out my full tour and the Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-row seats. It's the latitude altitude, so check that out. You're gonna see, you know, the MPGs about this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 2026. Basically, I think they are the same. So the same engine, you know. So let me know what you guys think. Is that a deal breaker for you? Since there is no more V6, you can only get it with the lighter trim, which you're not gonna get this refresh style. So let me know in the comment section down below, and let me know your thoughts, which I'm curious to know. All right, now let's finally get inside and see what we're working with here. So like I mentioned, guys, this one is a full tour, so I want to show you everything about this car. You know, so let's start with the passenger side. So the passenger side, the door panel, it's all black, and we got this fake wood finish. And down here, we're gonna get power seats because this one is one of the top dog. It's not the base trim, so you're gonna get a power seats, which is fantastic. And no passenger screen for this one. So if you want, I believe you want passenger screen. I haven't seen any limited reserve that had a passenger screen. So if you want a passenger screen, I think you have to go with the Summit or Summit Obsidian. But now let's jump to the driver's side and see what's going on inside this cabin of the brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited Reserve 2026. All right, guys, we're finally gonna head to the interior, jump to the driver's side. You know, so the door panel is gonna be looking pretty good, the same thing as the passenger. So you get memory seats on the driver's side, but not in the passenger side. And radio sound system is gonna be an Apple sound system, which still sounds really good, even though if you don't get the Macintosh sound system, I don't think it's even optional for the limited reserve, and for you to get the Macintosh sound system, I think you have to go with the Summit or Summit Obsidian. But now let's finally get inside. And one thing for certain, I think this one is missing. This one is missing a power folding mirror. So I think, you know, it come with as an option, or you have to go with the Summit or Summit Obsidian. I will double check that for you. All right, guys. All right, so this one is an 8-speed automatic, and this is the steering wheel, and we have a paddle shifter on the back of the steering wheel, and this one is gonna go up and down with the 8-speed automatic. So basically, technically, like this thing is well laid out, well positioned, because it's not too big, it's not a performance vehicle, so I like the way they design it. And we got the Jeep badge in the middle. No flat bottom steering wheel, so this one it's not a completely redesigned. It's still the same shape of steering wheel that we get last year. And the sound button, the hunk button, is pretty sound solid enough, if you ask me. And this is where you're gonna be able to control your lights, you know. And you got power adjusting steering wheel, which is cool. And now for the infotainment system, you're not gonna get your start button here no more. So it's under the seat, the climate control and infotainment system. So this is where you're gonna be able to start your vehicle. So if I shut it off right now, let me show you the demonstration. So you got this vibe with the Jeep Grand Cherokee. So this is how you the Jeep welcome you in your brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee limited reserve. So I forgot the function up here, like it's missing the two buttons. So this two button I believe is the total parking assist, that you can only get with, I think, on the Summit or the Summit Obsidian. So yeah, and this is your key fob. Looks good. Get that since this car has been redesigned. So all Stellantis products, like Stellantis product, are getting this key fob. Even the new Dodge, the new Jeep Cherokee. So yeah, guys. So let me know what you guys think about this interior so far of this limited reserve of the Jeep Grand Cherokee L limited reserve. Yeah. So this is the seats. They feel nice, they feel soft. But if you want something nicer, you will have to get the Summit or Summit Obsidian, which I almost say Summit Reserve. So I'm already used to that one. And the gauge cluster. So it's like sort of like in the middle. It's like not really configurable like the Summit, because the Summit you can get a full map display. But this one you can option it, however you like. The only thing I think you're not gonna get is the full map display and night vision. So you can't get a night vision in this one. You have to go up with the Summit, which is I would say that is a thumbs down, because I think you can option of the overland. The last model here, you can have the night vision as an option and the full map display. So yeah, but this one is less expensive than the overland, of course. So the overland was like starting price maybe like around $57,000. This one is actually $56,000. So, and you can actually get it cheaper. So it's kind of like, I think it's down around like $52,000 or $53,000 if I'm not mistaken. I don't have the sticker price with me right now to show you guys. But yeah, overall, the steering wheel, it's like, looks nice, feels nice, All right. So now, guys, what we got? We got wireless charging and the cup holder. Looks nice with this ambient lighting, and you can get ambient lighting in this one, but you're not going to be able to change the colors. So this is something to be aware of. And also, if you want to check out the cameras on this thing, so basically you go to app and get rearview mirror, rearview camera. So I got this click back there that's saying, so that's why you're not going to see the preview. So because I'm gonna take this backboard for a spin, and we got different views. You got the front camera, and you can even clean it if you like, which is cool. Go back. You got comfort. You got cool seats on the front, heating seats on the front, and I believe on the rear we got heating seats, no cool seats. You have to go to the Summit or Summit Obsidian. And we got navigation, pretty cool. So when I get this vehicle for a full day, I'll give you guys more details about this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee. And as you guys can see, my phone is almost dying right now. So I was planning actually to bring you guys a full tour of RAV4 today, but unfortunately all of them are sold. So I'm like, let me give you guys, since I see this Jeep Grand Cherokee here, I can't really give you guys a full tour of the Jeep Grand Cherokee L 2026. I'm like, let me give you guys the first impression. Not the first impression technically, because I already gave you guys a quick tour about the Jeep Grand Cherokee limited reserve. But this one is a full tour, and you better stay tuned because I'm doing the first drive today. So now, Before my phone died. Let's go in the back real quick, and so I can show you the cargo space, and so I can take this bad boy for a spin. One thing I forgot to show you guys on the front here, so there is something called fam cam. If you didn't know, if you're your first time buyer buying a Jeep Grand Cherokee out, so basically you don't go to rearview mirror camera. So like the fam cam is gonna help you with the kids back here if they're not behaving. So you can tell them like stop to, you know, whatever like they're doing. So you can just hit vehicle and go to fan cam, and you're gonna be able to see them back here if they're not behaving. So yeah guys, so now let's check out the second row and see what we got. All right guys, now we're about to head to the third row. No, not the third row, the second row. So the door panel here, it's looking nice, looking great, like the front. And now as we step inside, I'm 6'5" guys, so basically this car is not as spacious as I would thought it would be, but it's not, you know, terrible either. And I can say that you get a lot of, you know, tech back here. You got heating seats and climate control, and you also get AC vent and power source and some nice connectivity back here, and 2 cup holders, which is fantastic. So I'm not sure if you can get a bench seat with this Jeep Grand Cherokee L limited reserve. I will have to double check that for you guys. But the armrest, you know, it's not too big but not too small either. So let me show you the others, the other one, the passenger side. You know, what do you guys think about it? And these cargo nets, oh man, they're not my favorite. But if you want to get something nicer, I think you have to go with the Summit. And this one, the seats material, it's pretty soft, it's pretty nice, pretty comfy, you know, and I got enough headroom too. And yeah guys, and we got AC vents right here. And now let's finally check this freaking third row and see what we get. Guys, one thing about the second row with these seats, they actually slide, which is fantastic news. So if you don't get enough space on the third row, you can gently ask the gentleman or the lady in the second row to move the seat a little bit forward for you if you're too big for the third row. All right, now to get to the third row, so you basically move this latch, so move it out of the way completely so you can get back there. So now let's finally try to get back here. So it's pretty easy, but me, I'm a giant, so all right, so I'm gonna pull that chair back, so all the way. All right, so basically guys, let me zoom it out for you. So as you guys can see, I still got some leg room. So if I want more leg room, I can slide to the passenger side right here. So yeah guys, and as you guys can see for the front, for the second row here, so this passenger is still gonna be able to get some leg room if it's not as tall as myself. And you guys can see on to the fam cam here, this is me right here waving my hand. I don't know if you guys can see it. So yeah, if your kids are doing something they're not supposed to back there, you will be able to see them. It'll be like, how did you know that? So yeah, no problem, no drama. So the kids cannot sneak on you while you're driving. And this is actually a safe feature. So yeah, guys. Like I said, plenty of space back here. You know, plenty of space. Let me zoom it out back here. Um, it's the L. I think the Traverse you're probably gonna get a bit more space, but overall, you're still gonna get enough space. And you get connective like back here. Then you didn't forget about the back, which is fantastic, and AC vents and a cup holder on each side. So now let's finally go to the cargo area and see what kind of space we got back there. Checking out the cargo area, so let's pop that open. So guys, this is the cargo area, and we got a nice space down here, which is cool. You can put a lot of stuff in here, which is very cool. And we got lighting on the side here and a 12 volt. So behind the third wall, you're gonna get 17 cubic feet of space. And if you fall down the third wall, you're gonna get 46. Now if you fall down the second wall, you're gonna get 84. You know, when I look it up, that's what it gets. But when I was watching Reddit rides, it says, around like 87. I think Reddit rides are on car confection. Yeah, so I don't know. So when I finally get a measurement, so I can actually measure to see the exact number, but when I look it up, that's what I got. So yeah, guys, I don't know, compared to like let's say Traverse. I think the Traverse probably gonna have more, or let's say a Grand Islander gonna have more. But yeah, guys, but this one, it feels like longer than a like Explorer. But the Explorer, I think this one will actually get more than Explorer. So now let's finally hit the road and see how this car drives. We're finally gonna hit the road with this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee L Limited Reserve 2026 with this M94 Hurricane engine. So this technically is gonna be a second drive. I already did a first drive with the limited altitude, um, latitude altitude. So with this one, the limited reserve is technically, not technically, it's the same engine, but with a third wall, because this one is the L version. So we're gonna see how this perform. So we got this beautiful knob right here, you know, this beautiful knob, like to shift, with your brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's been like this since 2021 when this car first came out, a Jeep Grand Cherokee L, like this new design. It's usually my usual shifter, like in my Jeep Grand Cherokee 2018. It's not the same no more. But to put it in gear, you just have to press the brake and roll down to the right side to put it in drive. To the left side is to put it on neutral, reverse, and parking. So, and we got different drive mode: sand and mud, snow, auto, and sport. So we're gonna go ahead and put it in sport, okay, to see how really this vehicle performs. So let's finally hit the road with this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee, okay. So this car, right off the bat, when I first drove it, the engine, I felt the power. You know, it has more power than the V6. The engine, when I flew it, it was like, you know, it was a little bit more responsive with the V6, if you ask me. And right now, there's a car behind me, but it's a little bit far. So let me try to flow it here. See what I got. Yes, it's pretty fast. If you ask me, it is pretty fast for sure. But if you ask me, I think I like the sound of the V6 better. Okay, and there's enough space under the hood for a V8 even, you know. And I think they're coming with a V8, but this one is probably gonna be really expensive because it's probably gonna be a either N96 or a V8 SRT. You know, hopefully they even but they bring the truck hawk back. But with this brand new N96 engine, not N96, I'm trying to say N94 engine, it's it feels good. Like, driving it right now, let's try to put it auto, back in auto, and yeah. Do you guys hear that sound? I don't know how you guys feel about that one. Do you like it or do you hate it? Let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about that one. Okay, now let's see what we get with auto mode. Okay, so we're gonna flow it here a little bit to see what we get. Yeah, it's it's really quick, and I can say I'm getting used to it even more. I mean, it's not bad at all. 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds. And to be honest, I kind of feel like it's faster than this, because Jeep claims, you know, at 0 to 60, 5.5 seconds on paper. But when Redline Reviews tested, they got like 6.4. So technically, when I have a timer and I will give you guys a 0 to 60 test to see what I actually can get. But yeah, like it feels a lot quicker than my V6 Jeep Grand Cherokee, 2018. I drove the Jeep Grand Cherokee L before the V6 when it came out, the Summit, and this one feels a lot faster than the Jeep Grand Cherokee L, if you ask me, because this engine not only it give you more power, but it it's a lot faster than the Jeep Grand Cherokee L with the V6 engine for the previous model years. But overall, this car, I can say that it's well equipped for, let's say, like a 52 grand, 53. I think it can top out maybe 57, 56. You know, but the downside is with this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee, this limited reserve, is the fact that no full map display. You know, because other than that, like this car, it's well equipped and it also doesn't have power folding mirrors. So, like, I was actually thinking about getting a brand new car. I was thinking either like the Jeep Grand Cherokee or um, like a freaking Kia Telluride, the brand new Kia Telluride 2027. So, and this one, I was expecting like a full map display and a power folding mirrors. Like my Jeep Grand Cherokee, it has a power folding, which is the overland, and it's really good because like if you park your car on the streets and you never know who's gonna hit your car, hit your side of your mirror. So when it's folded in, it's safer. You don't have to really worry. Unless that person was really drunk or something, or just hit your mirror, like. And I think it's a nice feature, to have. But unfortunately, you know, the Jeep Grand Cherokee, this Jeep Grand Cherokee, it doesn't, probably it's as an option. You know, you can get it. You know, it's optional. But other than that, you know, I'm not liking the fact that, you know, for 56 grand, you know, I expect, you know, power for the mirror. So I haven't reviewed the other trims for the Kia Telluride. There's a lot of trim that I haven't reviewed, like the mid trim, which I'm planning to do so. So stay tuned and subscribe so you won't miss it. But overall, this Jeep Grand Cherokee, man, it's like, I mean, it's already a Jeep, so like off-roading stuff is gonna probably kill the Kia Telluride, you know. But I think I'll probably still stick with Jeep Grand Cherokee that I got, or I might choose this one, or even trying to get a Summit for that matter, if I have the opportunity to do so. Because the Summit is like $63,000, you know, the cheapest with the L, I think. So I will also do have to double check that. But overall, guys, this car drives really well. Like, no doubt about that. It's really smooth. You know, when I flow it here, you know, it drives really well. Like, I can't take nothing back from that. Uh, Really great vehicle. You know, had good materials. So I'm planning to do another review about the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Probably like gonna be the limited. Like this one, I'm actually gonna probably gonna rent it to show you the differences. You know, like the Summit, like everything is gonna be way nicer compared to the limited reserve. But you're still gonna get some nice materials like seats, heating cool seats on the rear, I believe. I forget to check that out for you guys. But yeah, but I will double check and let you know, guys, in the comment section down below. But overall, guys, this car, it's well equipped. No doubt about that. So guys, we're gonna flow it one last time. I'm on sport mode right now and let's see what we got. Yeah, no doubt about that. It's really quick and I can really feel the power, and the suspension, the ride quality is very good. I'm really comfortable, you know, but I still think it deserves an inline six as an option. They can give like us, like, you know, the inline four, you know, as base, the base engine, you know, but you know, for the top dog, like starting with the, like this dude just driving like a maniac, stuck in the middle of the road like this. Yeah, guys. So, like I said, with the with this Jeep Grand Cherokee, like, you know, they should have like just give us like the inline four as the base, and the top dog like the limited reserve and the Summit, you know, as an option for the top dog, like, you know, because hey, this one feels good. It drives nice. You know, no doubt about that. I cannot take anything from that. But the sound, it's not the same. The V6 sound better, if you ask me. The V6 sound better, you know. And I think they should definitely, for the upcoming years, like they put like an inline six or even a V8. So I think we'll have to stay tuned for that one to see what happens. You know, let's keep our finger crossed. But overall, guys, this is the second drive for the 2026, the first drive for the Jeep Grand Cherokee L limited reserve 2026. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in a split seconds. Alright guys, it was a pleasure for me to bring you guys this first tour, the first complete tour about this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee L 2026 with this limited reserve package. And I can say that this car drives really well, drives really good. And I'm sorry guys about the wind, because the wind is really annoying right now. It's really cold. It's not as cold as it's supposed to be, but because of the wind, it's kind of messed up. Like, you know, the sound, the video, I apologize for that, but there's nothing I could have done about it. And as you guys can see that the Jeep Grand Cherokee, that it's really powerful for the 2026 model year, but they should have optioned it, like, you know, with N96, if you ask me. But if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe. Don't hesitate to share with your friends, your family, and just like always guys, stay safe out there.